In this video, let's explore environment variables within Power Apps or in general Power Platform environment. Now, environment variables basically acts as a global placeholders that basically allows apps, agents, workflows to dynamically adapt their settings on a specific workspace like your environment like dev, test, UAT, QA, production, etc. Now, environment variables can have different values when reused. So, if you're using an environment variable in, say, one environment, say dev, that will be different. And if you are using that same environment variable in another environment, like, say, UAT or production, then that will take that corresponding value from that specific environment. So, with that, what happens is like you need not hard code any value in your apps, flows, agents, or any other artifacts which you create within the Power Platform environment, which is environment dependent. Now, one of the example would be a SharePoint URL. So, if you are building an app which connects to a SharePoint site, now that SharePoint site URL can be stored in an environment variable instead of hard coding, so that when you deploy the solution from dev to UAT, the SharePoint URL for UAT will be different than the dev. So you can easily substitute the corresponding SharePoint URL value for UAT and higher environments. Same goes with the connection string, API keys, email address for sending out notifications. So these kind of things can be set as an environment variables. Now, environment variables can be of different type, like decimal number, JSON, text, yes, no, data source, and secret. Now, in this video, I'm going to explore how to use the secret variable. Now, secret variables are basically used when you want to pass on some confidential information or maybe some sensitive information. Like, say, take for example, the server name, the server IP address, the server credentials. So, those kind of things, instead of storing in an environment variable directly as a text, there is a way through which you can store it as a secret. Now, when you store the environment variable as a secret, it will ask you for some parameters. Like the basic default secret store is Azure Key Vault. So you need to provision Azure Key Vault. And then once you provision Azure Key Vault, you need to provide some parameters like the subscription ID, the resource group name, the key vault name, and the secret name. Now, it looks simple at the start, but it is very tricky to configure. So first you need to have an Azure subscription. You need to create an Azure Key Vault. Remember that should be in the same tenant which you are currently operating on. And also you need to provide these values. Now, as Azure Key Vault is a security based service, it is more secure than any other key store what you're gonna use, in your projects. Like if you're just gonna use a simple database or simple text file or maybe just text content, Key Vault is the most trusted one because that's backed by Azure. Now, Azure Key Vault is a centralized cloud service provided by Microsoft for securely storing and managing sensitive application data. Now, if it is secured, then you may need to go some steps which will basically help you configure the key vault, configure the account which access the key vault, and then use in your application. Now, the benefit of key vault is it eliminates the risk of exposing credentials, API keys, connection strings to end users, even for your admin user as well. Core services. Now, what are the services with the keyword provides? Is secret management, key management, and certificate management. Now, this is how you create a key vault in Azure. So, simple thing, you just need to specify the resource group, key vault name, specify the region in which the key vault needs to be created, look into the pricing tier with the standard, and rest all like how to configure it, like it's day to retain deleted vaults, purge protection, so those kind of things. But we'll just keep very things simple, like we're just going to use this resource group in the example. Now, when you create the key vault, create the resource, and now if you want to access, you may encounter some issue. Now, one is platform registration. Now, the subscription, the Azure subscription which you have now, in my case, is Visual Studio Enterprise subscription. Now, if the resource provider is not registered, like because we are using key vault, like an Azure based service, to access Power Platform. Now, both are different system, right? So we need to first register the resource provider. So go to resource provider under your subscription, add Microsoft.Power Platform and click on register. Because if you start creating the environment variable then and there itself, it will give you this error. This variable didn't save properly, could not verify the permission, and you will get all this kind of error. So it will show you that, okay, make sure that the Power Platform provider is registered in the Azure subscription. So this is the step to do that. All right, good. We have registered, we have established a connection between Power Platform and Azure. Then you may end up with a further issue, that the user is not authorized to read the secret from the subscription. Now, if you encounter these kind of an issue, then the person who's creating a keyword, now say take for example it is assigned to me, okay, I'm an admin, I need to have some specific roles assigned. Now by default these roles are not assigned to me: key vault administrator, key vault reader, key vault secret user. So one of the role is key vault secret user. So I, if you're using my account to access this information, so I need to have a key vault secret users access. So read secret contents only works for key vaults that use Azure role based access control permission model. The third issue which you may encounter is you need to assign a role to the Dataverse service application. So what you need to do is, like, you need to go into the Key Vault resource and add a role assignment, and then from there you need to assign access to the user group or service principal, select Dataverse as an application, and then select, and then you should be able to create the uh, environment variable which is of type secret. All right, so coming over here, this is the Power Apps environment. Now here in the Power Apps environment, if you are building a solution and if you want to use an environment variable, so what you can do is, like, you can create a new solution or go into the existing solution. So I'm in the existing solution over here. I will go here, new, more, environment variable. I can type in the environment variable name. Now this time I'll just call it as a, maybe I'm gonna store some SQL connection string. Description, SQL connection string values. And in the data type, I will select the option as secret. The moment I select an option as secret, it will give me an option to pick up the store. Now, in my case, I have only Azure Key Vault, so I'll select Azure Key Vault. And under Advanced, I will get an option of subscription ID, resource group name, Key Vault name, and the secret name. Now, Azure subscription ID, how will you get that? Navigate to Azure. And then once you navigate to Azure, you go into settings, or maybe there are multiple ways for you to access the subscription. You can go to enter ID, and then here you will be able to get the tenant ID. So this is the tenant ID, but what it is expecting is a subscription ID. So if you want to get that subscription ID, you just need to type in subscription. So you navigate to the subscription and get the subscription ID. So this is the subscription ID. Now I'll just copy the subscription ID over here. And the next step which you need to do is, if you go inside a subscription, here under settings, you will see resource providers. Now what you need to do is you need to add Power Platform. Now if you see the Power Platform component, like if you search for Power Platform, I just type Power, see Power Platform. If it doesn't exist over here, you need to add that, and then you need to register it. Okay, now you select any other item which is not registered, say this one, click on three dots and register it. Now I'm just talking like this was correctly enabled in my environment, but if you have it enabled, just search for that and then register it. Okay, so Power Platform is registered. Then what? Okay, Key Vault. Now, if you want to see how to create a Key Vault, click on Create, and then you can create a new Key Vault. You need to specify the subscription, the resource group, the Key Vault name, and simple things. Click on Review and Create. Now, I already have Key Vault created, which is Girish Azure Key Vault. So I have this key vault name. So I can just copy this key vault name and I can specify over here key vault name. Resource group name. Now under which resource this key vault resides. So that's here. So I can copy this value. So I copy this value. Now secret. Now let's create a secret. Now in order to create a secret, what we can do is like if you are inside a key vault, you can go ahead and create various components within the key vault. So you can create keys, you can create secrets, you can create certificates. So how do you create a secret? You just click on generate and upload option is manual. Name, I'll just call it as Girish SQL secret. Secret value, maybe I'll just put some value SQL connection equal to 123 semicolon password equal to something. So maybe this is my secret. Okay, I'm just making up some value. Content type, set activation date. You can set the activation date or expiration date, and all set. If it's enabled, yes, click on create, and now you are creating the secret, right? So that's Girish hyphen SQL secret. So let me copy this secret and go ahead and click on secret name over here. Now, if you have configured everything correctly on click of save, it will work perfectly fine. Now, other things to note is for a key vault, make sure that you go into access control IAM, and here under role assignments, just type in key vault and make sure that the user has access to key vault as a key vault reader. In this case, I'm a key vault administrator, but you need not be an administrator. But key vault reader, key vault secret user should be present. Also, for this user, say Girish, because I'm accessing using Girish, I need to have a key vault reader and key vault secret users. Plus, I need to assign the application, Dataverse application, as a service principal. Now, how do you do that? Is you go to access control, add role assignment, and then from here you select whatever role you want. So I'll just type in key vault secret users. I select that, click on next, and then from here I will go ahead and select the members. So in the members, first I need to assign to the person who will be accessing it. In this case, I'm accessing it, so you should specify that person's name. Plus, you need to assign it to a managed identity as well. So I select the members, or maybe you just go ahead and select user group or service principal. Now manage identity, if you have manage identity, you can create that. But if you select user group, select members, you have typed in your name. Now instead of that, maybe if I just type in power platform, and now here you will see all the power platform based applications. So power platform API, power platform authorization service. But remember which access control which you need to give. So if you go into the role assignments over here, you are giving it to a Dataverse service principal. Okay, so what happens with that is like the Power Platform environment gets access to the Azure Key Vault. So going back over here, go to add role assignment. You add individual users to the Key Vault. Select user group or service principal. Click next. If you're not assigned a member, it will not allow you to move forward. So just type in, say, the username. So I'm just typing my username, select that user. So I'll just select, and then I will select one more service principal, which is a Dataverse, which is basically connecting to the Power Platform environment. I can select that and select, and then you have selected two members and you assign the role. So that's how you can configure the role. Okay, now we have created all these things. Click on save. And once you click on save, you will have the secret variable created. So environment variable. So if you navigate to environment variable, you should see the SQL connection string which we have just created. And if you want to edit it further, click on it. You can only change the display name and the description name, and then the other parameters you can change. Now how you can use it in a flow. So this I'm going to cover in a separate video. So here I have created a simple flow. which basically retrieve the secret value, and it will allow you to list the key, secret, metadata, etc. from the keyword. So that's it, folks. This is all about creating an environment variable of type secret in the Power Platform environment. Thanks for watching.